Namaste, margaritas, everybody. Today is Friday. Yes, thank God it is Friday. That means I get to spend more time with you guys. If you're not watching this on a Friday, just pretend it's Friday, okay? All right. So today's pick a card is, where will I be in a year? And the $1 million question is, how do I make this happen in my life? Okay. I went ahead. I made 3 piles for you guys to choose from. Your timestamps, ways to book with me, ways to donate to this channel are in your description box below. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. Take your time. I will see you at your pile. All right, guys, in pile number 1. So where will you be in a year from now, and how do we make this happen? I wasn't expecting the heaviness to come through on this particular pile of cards, but there's a lot of heaviness here, and it kind of makes me sad in ways. It's like there's this wanting to move on with your life, but then there's that part of you that falls into, quickly listening to that inner critic, your ego, stuff like this. The universe, your spirit guides, angels have been calling out to you here. They're calling out. They have been doing this for so long, saying, now's your time. Let's do this. Okay. We're offering you something. We're offering you a fresh start, a new beginning, a chance to do it all over again. I'm hearing the words past failures. Some of you guys are still hung up on like things that went wrong. You're kind of thinking that it'll happen again. I have been there. I have done that. Yeah, it is a scary place to be. You have to work on that. You have to surrender. You have to just understand that the past happened for a reason. It was there to teach you something, okay? Even though you're like, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. I do it too, guys. I'm no different than you. But I do have little tools and techniques that I use to kind of keep myself in check. I have to, because a lot of people, look up to me and book with me and stuff like that. So that's just one thing. You have to just really look at the past here in a way that that the past was something that it taught you something, a valuable lesson, okay? But I think a lot of you guys get scared, and I feel like I have this sneaking suspicion that some of this stems from childhood here, okay? Something is coming through. Well, for me, in the collection of this energy, but I feel like things have been said to you when you were very young, and you kind of believed it. You believed what people were telling you. Possibly you're not good enough. You'll never make it. Just a lot of things that you believed. You bought the lie, basically. It's funny what I'm seeing in my head. I'm really seeing a lot of pressure from society on you too as well. A lot of pressure from family here too. Okay, so it's like your energy is bigger than the mold than you are being forced to shove into here. Okay, but again, you're living your life still believing these lies that you once heard somebody say to you, and that's usually because of somebody who was either having a crummy day, they wanted to feel better about themselves, so they projected their toxic venom and threw it up all over you, basically. We have to move on with our lives without carrying that with us, okay? We do a lot of damage to ourselves when we carry that, okay? Now, in this energy, I'm also collecting that there were people who have done you wrong, people who became very jealous of you, perhaps, but they started doing things behind your back that caused you to stumble and fall here, okay? A part of me wants to say that there was a business involved in this energy. They also caused you to lose your footing along the way here. They must have been doing some very disrespectful, sneaky things behind your back, things you weren't aware of. Nonetheless, whether if you had a business or not, there was something happening behind your back here. A lot of betrayal coming through in this energy, guys. Which I can understand why this would cause you to become extremely guarded, extremely protective over yourself, especially when it comes to your money. Very, very on guard here. This is very on guard. No wonder why this is so heavy. Yeah, I really can understand this. You know, you think you can trust people and you find out you can't. They stab you in the back, they steal your money. Yeah, this is ringing true to my life, but the universe has been calling out to you, saying, listen, we have to let this go here, okay? You're stopping yourself. You're preventing yourself from moving forward. Let bygones be bygones. I always say forgive, but never forget. Never forget what those people have taught you. Especially if you've been carrying this since your childhood, okay? You don't have to believe these lies that you once took and made basically your own, okay? You don't have to carry that with you. You're not giving yourself enough credit. Again, this is kind of like a pattern of you just falling into doubts about yourself, doubts about the future, with all of these secrets. And I think for me, when I see this together, you guys, I feel like for some of you guys, you've been harboring a lot of this emotion. You're keeping a lot of this emotion to yourself here. It may help. It may benefit you if you go and speak to a professional, okay? Just opening up, releasing any of this old negative energy here, okay? It's a good way, or journaling, because I just saw a journal in my head, but finding a way to release all of this past. We have to let this go, okay? The universe is going to constantly keep knocking on your door here, okay? The universe is saying, I'm giving you a chance to start again. This is a renewing process here, okay? And it's really time. This is really time. We need you to move on here, okay? This is what's happening here. So by letting go of what you once thought should be a part of your life, once you let this go, you make room for closing out. You're closing out chapters here. You're bringing things back into alignment. You're moving on from any past failures, what you perceive as past failures. You're moving on from people who no longer support you, you no longer need in your life. Things like this. You're moving on. Because here in this kind of energy, it's a way. It's almost like I crave something so much better than what I have now. I crave it. I feel it coming towards me, but I keep falling off that path. I keep falling off of the momentum. You keep falling off of that, okay? You fall back into your self-doubts, your critic, okay? But here, maybe I should squeeze you in over here, you could say, because that's the world card. But here's a brand new beginning, pushing past all of this mumble jumble. You're walking into something new here. You're walking into something new. Now we're talking about business contracts. We're talking about possible partnerships, maybe possible love relationships, things like this here, okay? But you're walking into something new here because you've managed to close out these chapters, okay? You're closing out this nasty little cycle, okay? You're bringing things back into harmony, and you're moving on in your journey. You're moving on in this journey into something that feels better here. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be a movement forward, something that you can trust, something that feels right. You know it feels right. And why does it feel right? It's because of everything that you've experienced back here. Again, this wasn't a curse. The universe didn't punish you. The universe didn't deal you the wrong cards. You went through a lesson, a valuable lesson, so that when you do make that movement forward, you're not repeating this here. Okay? It's okay to keep your guard up just a little bit here. We have to, because in some ways you do have to protect yourself, especially if your intuition is telling you that these people are not right. They're going to come along, scam you, take your money, things like this. You have to be smart about things. I always say think with your heart, but take your brain with you, right? Okay? So we have a chance for a brand new beginning here, okay? Oh my goodness. I was saying brand new beginning. Here's brand new beginnings, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's so weird. It's so weird when that happens. It throws me off guard. I don't even know what to do. Doing the work, dream talk. So yeah. So here again, we're kind of repeating the same message here. I'm knocking on your door. I need you to be listening to me. I need you to be paying attention. Getting yourself back on track here, okay? Let's see what else. Listen, we're talking more about your intuition, listening to yourself, believing in yourself, and look, the yes card, okay? So, how do you get there? Okay, you're gonna have to heal the past, and that's going to require you to do the work here. Okay, listen to your intuition. Listen, paying attention to. Oh, this is why they had that dream, that journal in my mind. Maybe it is that you need to be journaling some dreams here. Okay, paying it. Because when you're asleep, your subconscious mind is alive. Okay, it comes, everything that you're storing there is coming up to the surface. Okay, so there's a lot of symbols, a lot of messages, and it speaks in a subtle kind of way. Your spirit guides work with you that way, very subtly. Sometimes they will scare you just to keep your attention. That's normal. You guys ask me about that all the time, but this is a matter of you believing in yourself, getting things back on track. Don't keep hanging up the phone here on your spirit guides, okay? Especially because you have so many new opportunities coming through here, okay? Again, this is about you doing the work. And if you look down, let me grab these two cards here because I just saw the word dream. I want to kind of narrow down on this energy. So you do have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of goals. I heard the words aspirations, things like this. So this is really a matter of you moving forward in a positive direction and not taking the old junk with you, okay? You have to find closure. You have to find closure on this, okay? You have to move on. You have to feed this craving and wanting more, wanting something better in your life, okay? And you can have it, okay? Even though you're sitting there talking yourself right out of it, you have to do more than just think about it, okay? Again, you're receiving a lot of downloads in your dream time, okay? So use this information that they're providing for you, okay? They keep saying you have what it takes, and it's distracting to me. So I guess I'm just gonna say you have what it takes to make it happen, okay? Don't feel discouraged. You just have to push forward here, okay? Don't give up now, basically is what I want to say here. And listen to yourself along the way, okay? You have to believe in yourself. And of course, all of this is moving in the right direction. You're walking into brand new beginnings, okay? You're walking into brand new beginnings. How can you even deny this here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave this to here for you guys. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, pile number 2. So where will you be in a year from now? And how do you make it happen? So we're talking money. We're talking a lot of money in this energy, okay? And take a deep breath. We have 2 of the most popular cards, well, even bumped up to the Nine of Waters. We're talking a sigh of relief. Everybody with me now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't get so frustrated. But we're talking about money. I feel it very strongly that you have been trying to do something new as far as a career. But it seems like you've been looking everywhere in these 2 energies, okay? You've been looking hard, possibly filling out tons of applications perhaps, but all of the doors you have been knocking on have not been opening. This is how I'm feeling here, okay? Now, for a majority of you guys, you probably are the main provider of your household. Some of you guys are probably single moms and dads. Which would make a lot of sense why there's so much concern in the financial aspect. That it just seems to amplify when there are children involved, because you have to, you're the sole provider, things like this. Whether you do or don't have children involved with this, money is a huge necessity in life, but it just seems to get a little serious when you have children. So but I can see and feel the overwhelming kind of a feeling that's coming through here. It's just like you've knocked on every door, you've tried every outlet, you've reached out to people. There were you even had some other resources that you checked into, and in a sense, this energy comes through so independent. This is such an independent power for me that you're gonna make it come hell or come high water. Like, you are determined to make it happen in a career. It's just this really strong motivation, okay? But I can tell that this is taking an awful lot of time for it to really start to come through here, okay? I get the sense that you can get a little tired in this energy, but you realize that you have to keep pushing forward, okay? Because life is just kind of passing you by. But nonetheless, we're moving forward. We're moving forward in a very positive, very, very positive direction, okay? The stars are aligning. And how awesome is this, you guys? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? But how awesome is it to have the star card and the sun to come out, okay, and talk to you guys? Because this is all because of the hard work that you've been putting into making things happen for yourself here, okay? Again, even though that the Queen of Earth, she's very practical, she knows how to make it happen in her world financially. This is very exhausting, okay? But you're moving into a place that feels a lot more comfortable, a place where you're not going to be giving as much as you've been giving. Like, the money is just going to come back to you effortlessly here, okay? And it's just moving into something that feels more like it has more purpose. There's more purpose in this, okay? And of course, with, the star cards, it's all about that renewal. This is a renewal. And she's always talking, this is like that long-term thing, that long-term planning and things like this happening here. That's a long-term outcome. I don't feel like you were putting in effort for the short term. You were looking at things in a bigger picture. You were putting your life together for like the retirement years, too, not just right now. You weren't looking for a temporary fix, but you were really putting in the effort long term, okay? But however, the star card is so positive. She stays very, very optimistic. And just a reminder that the universe is watching what's happening. The stars are aligning and you're coming to a state of pure happiness with all of the concerns that you've had surrounding your money going poof, like that, poof, bye. You know what I'm saying? So here you are possibly doubting. You're doubting in this energy. You're thinking like of the losses of opportunity. For some of you guys who probably have had to go back to the drawing board because there was a lack of planning, a lack of looking ahead. Okay. I think you've done a lot of learning in this energy because you've had to. Okay. But the plan is so much better moving ahead here. Okay. So much better moving ahead. But a lot of this is just dedication. It's dedication, okay? Leading into something that just feels positive, okay? Positive. It's going to bring back so much vitality into your life here, okay? That's really how I'm feeling about it. You know, if you have dreams and goals and things you want to accomplish in your life, and you don't work on them, you don't make any steps forward, you don't at least try, they're just always going to be thoughts inside of your head here, okay? For a lot of this energy, this was about manifesting things, manifesting abundance, bringing in, you know, that financial stability, new ways to make money, you know? But nothing ever happens until you make some movements here, okay? You have to meet the universe halfway. And for me, with all of this effort, this is exactly what you did. Like I said, the universe saw what was happening. It said, okay, you're giving me your end of the bargain. I'm going to meet you halfway, and the stars line up perfectly here. So you can't deny what's coming through here, okay? So even though it was very overwhelming at time, you probably had so many different things happening, so many different choices you had to make. For some of you guys, you weren't really seeing the opportunities. What I can say is you make your opportunities. You make those opportunities. You go stomping around, knocking on doors. Listen, you know, I'm here and I'm ready, okay? You make those opportunities, reach out to people, make those phone calls, beat the pavement, as they say, you know, never give up, okay? I get that a lot. I don't ever see the opportunities. You have to sometimes make your own opportunities, okay? You have to push away those boulders and be strong and just not let anything stop you. If you want something bad enough, my God, it's going to happen. Okay. I digress. I digress. But things are lining back up here. Okay. So what else do we have? Very cool. Study. Being proud. Oh, look. Strut your stuff like a peacock. Studies. Yeah, so this could have even tied into school, like I was saying. You know, it is very possible that, you know, in order to make opportunities for yourself, you have to go back to school. You have to study. You have to maybe take some continuing education classes, things like this, okay? But it's time to learn. It's time to learn more, possibly about the career or the field that you were thinking about going into, okay? Oh, wow, that makes me feel good. We'll get to that in just a second. Oh, my goodness, you guys, look at this. Okay, wait a minute. So, if this is a reading, where will you be in a year from now? I knew this hard work. Listen, the stars are aligning, okay? For a lot of this energy, you guys, you're not going to be sitting around for the next year, okay? You're going to start to see the things that you've been working on start coming around. within the next couple of weeks. Hands down. Absolutely hands down. I knew this energy back here was so strong. Like, I can tell the amount of work that was being put into what you were trying to accomplish here. So, like I said, take a deep breath, because here it is. Here it is. This is about, you know, receiving messages too. You know, this is, if this is tying into a phone call that you've been waiting for in a romantic kind of way, you can expect that. If you're waiting on phone calls from like employers, things like this, possibly people at school or at college, are they going to accept me or not, things like this, you can expect this phone call. You can expect the phone call. Looking for signs. I think the universe has been dropping little hints here and there along the way, just to say, you know what, things are cool. Things are cool. And this is coming through. All of this hard work, despite all the losses, it's coming through. This is the abundance that you've been looking for, okay? How cool is this? Okay, so you're not going to be waiting around much longer for anything to come through. You know, if you've been noticing some signs here, then take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. If you're having any kind of concerns about money, throw that crap right out of the window. Be proud. Be proud of all this hard work and dedication that you have put into what you've been trying to do here, okay? All right. Yes, a lot of the concerns regarding this is going to fade away. Perhaps some of you guys have been seeing peacock feathers as a sign. I'm extremely drawn to that right now, but just it's going to be a time of celebration for you. Absolutely 100% here, okay? In this kind of energy, everything that you've been through, graduation, new career, new business, things like this, new relationships, it's okay to stop and take a break and just acknowledge everything that you've done, everything, all of the giving and not receiving. It's okay to stop and take a break and just acknowledge all of your accomplishments, okay, and not focusing on your failures, okay? So you're doing everything the right way here. You really are. And you have to pat yourself on the back here, because it's coming through a lot sooner than you think here. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself, okay? Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if this has resonated with you, and let me know in the comments below how you feel about this, okay? All right, I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye. All right, pound number 3. So where will you be in a year from now, and how do you make this happen? The way I'm feeling about this energy makes me feel good. However, there are a couple of things that need to be addressed here, because I feel like in some of this energy, this is what kind of blocks you from really getting ahead here, okay? Now, I'm going to touch on the obvious. It is very possible you were in a relationship that ended in a third-party situation here, okay? For some of you guys are really still kind of stuck in the past here, okay? Stuck in the past. Some of you guys are currently in this connection. You're currently in this situation, and you're confused by it. You don't know which way to go. It's causing you to overthink things tremendously here. You're overthinking things so much that you've created the confusion for yourself. In your mental mind, you just kind of lock up what we call analysis paralysis. You've just caused your mind to kind of lock up here. You don't know which way to go from here on out. And you're kind of thinking, how am I supposed to move forward? I can't really see the road up ahead in front of me. The thing is that nobody can really see the road in front of us. We just kind of have to walk in faith here, okay? We have to walk knowing that the universe is not going to let us stumble and fall here, okay? I know it can be scary, dark, kind of spooky when you look down your road, but if you're only seeing a few inches in front of you, you kind of have to walk in faith, walk in trust, because the universe has totally got your back here. Okay, you're definitely moving through a transition, a transformation. We're doing away with a lot of old things in your life to allow new things to come through here. Okay, we have a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new starts here. Something with a heck of a lot more trust, because in these two energies, we're talking about trust, respect. We're talking about a lot of support, family support. I heard something else. It'll come back around, guys. Okay, it'll come back around. So, anyways, we're completing out things. We're just doing away with old things, people, throwing them out. No, that's mean. I know that's mean. We're not throwing anybody out, but we're just doing away with the stuff in our life that just doesn't need to be there anymore. Okay, it can get sticky, and it can hold you down like a fly trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, just and I know all of us want to be on our game, make these positive changes in our lives. We want to get ahead. We want to have fun and just love and enjoy life. But sometimes it can get complicated here. Okay, we can easily be focusing on everything that went wrong. We're not focused on all the things that went right. We're still focusing on things that perhaps maybe happened 10 years ago. We're still carrying this baggage from 10 years ago. I don't know why we do these things to ourselves here. But anyways, I think a part of you understands that it's just time to move on. It's time to move on, okay? And you have to do this for yourself, okay? You can't, do this to make somebody else happy. You just realize that it's my turn. It's my turn to be happy. This is what I'm feeling here. It's my turn. So with the Wheel of Fortune, all good things come around, okay? This is all good karma, all the things that, you possibly have been working on comes through here, okay? This is all very, very positive energy coming through here, okay? Which leads you back into something very, very happy. This is the happiest card in the deck. We're talking about happy home life, emotionally, mentally, material needs, or everything is met here, okay? Because you did house cleaning. You know what I'm saying? You took out the trash. Not to sound mean, but you do. We all have to, okay? And that means too, it comes right back down to friends too. Maybe you have to get rid of some friends. Okay, I digress. I don't want to say too much more. Anyways, you're moving forward. I feel like for some of you guys, you probably haven't been feeling like you've made any kind of progress in your life. The thing is that you just don't see it right now, okay? You really are making a tremendous improvements. Things are changing. You just don't see them here. I feel like that's what I feel guided to say this here. We're talking about making progress, okay? We're making progress in this energy. And it all of this pays off, basically. All of this pays off, okay? If you're looking for somebody that you can trust, bam, this person shows up into your life here, okay? In this Three of Waters, we're talking about more happiness on top of this here too. So, that's you possibly getting out, doing more, having more fun. Your friends call you up and say, let's go to the club. Hey, let's go to the club. I'm down. Let's go. It's not something you would probably normally do, but you decide one night, hey, I'm having all this fun just because I did something different. I'm doing something different. Okay. In order to see changes in your life, you have to do things differently. Okay. And I know going to the club, it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to be funny and lighthearted about it. Okay, guys. So if you want things to be different in life, you have to be the reason why things are different, okay? You have to make different decisions, different choices. That propels you into a new direction here, okay? Basically what I'm saying here. You're doing this in 2 of these energies, which is very, very interesting here, okay? You stall yourself out. You stall yourself out mentally. And this is what's locking you up here, okay? Like I just said, if you want something different, you have to do something differently, okay? Otherwise, you're beating a dead bush. Intuitive nudges, synchronicities. Yes. Oh, this is cool, guys. The yes card came out in pile number 1. So now I'm feeling like these 2 piles are connected for sure. So maybe there's some more information in pile number 1 you could see. That never happens in readings for me, guys. The yes card's coming out twice. Okay. Success. Organize. We have success and success here. Wow. Okay. So yeah, of course. Listen, everything is lining up here, okay? Everything is lining up. This is such a huge transformation that you are going through. Huge. Some of this is scary for you guys. I get the feeling. I know when things start to change, it can shake your world. Man, it can be a scary place to be in, but after it's all said and done, sometimes you can actually look back and say, wow, even though I was terrified of these changes, this was a change for the better. You know what I mean? It gave me a chance to start off new. It gave me a chance to build my house on something so much more solid. Okay? You were given a second chance to, make a connection with somebody that was serious, and I think at times we ignore the red flags in people, and then 6 months, a year down the road, we're like, I should have been paying attention to those red flags, but I didn't. So this time around, it's going to be important for you to listen to yourself, listen to those nudges, whether it is about a person or whatever else. But just remember that what you've been through has taught you something here. And if you're noticing red flags or things are not feeling right, you're feeling a little bit off or something, this is a complete warning to say, listen, we're not doing this again. We're not repeating this cycle. We're not going to do this again. The idea here is to close out the cycle, okay? We don't want to keep doing this over and over and over again, okay? This is the type of energy that will repeat itself, okay? It'll just keep coming back around until you finally figure out what's happening here, okay? Again, everything is synchronized. This is all synchronicity at its finest for you. And again, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, okay? And I feel so much despair. So much despair back here, okay? I mean, even looking at this energy, you guys, I give up, I surrender, I don't know what to do, I'm confused, I'm lost, I'm ashamed. I just heard the words ashamed coming through here. This things should have turned out this way, and things didn't turn out this way. I wanted it to look like this, and this, but it looked like that, and that. A lot of this is just surrendering to the outcome of how you thought it was supposed to go. Okay. Again, it's all synchronized to unfold exactly the way it's supposed to unfold here. Okay. Now, if you feel like this was a failure, or you feel like something went wrong, again, there was a lesson involved here. You have to find the lesson in order to move forward into the success that is you can't deny. Look at all of this blessing from the universe on top of the S card. Okay? This is what you're walking into. But you want to make sure you're not repeating a vicious pattern, okay? So pay attention to the synchronicities, pay attention to the signs, the warning, and everything else that the universe, your spirit guides have been talking to you about. Pay attention to those little taps on your shoulder saying, listen, this doesn't feel right. This is not where I want you to go. The next person that you meet might remind you of somebody that you've already dated. You're just like, nope. You know, that'll give you a chance to go the other direction and change things for yourself in your life, you know. Perhaps somebody, you know, offers you a position and they say, well, we're not really going to pay you this certain amount of money. We're going to pay you $1 less. Well, you're not going to accept anything less than how you value yourself, right? Or they say, oh, we're going to pay you maximum amount, but we're going to require you to take on other people's jobs too. And something's tapping on your shoulder saying, no, this is not where I want to go. This is not what I want to do all over again. I just came out of like struggling. I'm done struggling, right? So you step up to the plate and you're like, you know what? I know my worth. I'm going to go to the person that pays me the most, considering everything that I've been through. And, you know, even tying back into any kind of relationships, I'm not going to allow you to step on me, take advantage of me. You know, I know my worth. Okay? But the key ingredient here is to just basically stop worrying about everything that went wrong, okay? You're looking for a lesson here. You're looking and paying attention to the patterns. Patterns are what help you unlock everything in life here, okay, guys? You want to take some time out for yourself, sit in meditation, and try to find the patterns, okay? Now, if you're going to continue on in the same kind of pattern, you're going to get the same kind of result. It's the definition of insanity, right? So find the alternative. Do something different, okay? We want to make things different this time around, okay? Anyways, did I leave anything out? Jeez, I got way ahead of myself. Anyways, change something, do something different, because this is the end game. This is your end game. Success. We're looking at so much success. You guys, I'm so excited. I got my cards flying everywhere. Anyways, whoa, there went my electricity. Sorry, guys. If you've been watching my channel, you know what's going on with my electricity. Anyways, listen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Whenever you fall into the doubts, just remember these 3 cards. This is what you're walking into. But remember what I said. The key ingredient is to find the pattern and change something about that pattern, okay? We don't want another vicious cycle, another crazy loop happening over and over again, okay? Again, this is all divine timing, synchronicity at its finest, all right, guys? So, I love you very much. I'm sorry if I'm kind of all over the place. But thank you so much for being here. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if this has resonated with you. And let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about it, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.